Hello viewers, this is K. Ramarao, physics lecturer in IIT. Today I will going to start electrostatics and potential energy. So for the point positive charge, the electrical potential at a point P is given by V is equal to KQ upon R. Due to negative charge in the potential at a point P is given by V is equal to K into minus Q upon R, that is equal to minus KQ upon R. So the potential energy for the system of the two particles, they are separated at certain distance, is given by U is equal to K into Q1 Q2 upon R, where K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, that is U is equal to K into, that is U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 upon R. So based on this concept, in the electrostatics we have one important formula, that is the work done by the agent is equal to conservation of work done WC is equal to change in internal energy delta U is equal to Q naught into final potential minus V initial potential. This is a very important for solving any problem based on the law of conservation of energy. So based on this concept, today I will going to discuss some applications. First one is a charge Q1 is fixed and another point charge Q2 is placed at a distance of R naught from a charge Q1 on the frictionless horizontal surface. Find the velocity of Q2 as a function of separation R between them. Treat the charge as a point charge and mass of Q2 is m. Consider one point charge is fixed here. Q1 charge is fixed at a distance of R naught from Q2 charge and on a frictionless horizontal surface, and Q2 charge has to be moved from R1 distance to R2 distance, at certain point P. So at point it has to got the velocity V. So this V is equal to how much is a very important problem. So we wish find out the velocity of the Q2 at a point P. We can apply law of conservation of energy. According to law of conservation of energy, total energy of the system at the initial condition, that means total energy at the initial condition is equal to total energy of the system at final condition. So total energy of the system at the initial condition is given by what is that, Ki plus Ui is equal to total energy of the system at the final condition is Kf plus Uf. Ki means initially the system would be at rest, therefore its initial kinetic energy is 0. But these two charges are separated at certain distance or not. So the initial electrostatic potential energy of the system of these two particles is given by K into Q1 Q2 upon R naught is equal to, so final kinetic energy of the system is of mv square plus final electrostatic potential energy between these two charges is K into Q1 Q2 upon R. Now we have to calculate the velocity of the second particle. So from this equation of mv square is equal to, this is sent this side, K into Q naught into 1 by R naught minus 1 by R. So where K value is already knows, mv square upon 2 is equal to Q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by R naught minus 1 by R. So on both sides 2 gets cancelled, mv square is equal to Q naught upon 2 pi epsilon into 1 by R naught minus 1 by R. So from this m is sent outside, it would be m will becomes like this. Therefore V is equal to root over Q naught, that Q means Q1 Q naught, that means Q2 here, q1 q2, this q naught let be q2, q1 q2, q1 q2 by 2 pi epsilon naught m into 1 by r naught minus 1 by r. So, this is the final answer of this application. Now, next one is a conducting bubble of radius a and thickness t, where t is very much less than 2a, has a positive potential V. Now, the bubble collapses into a droplet of radius capital R. The electric potential on the droplet is equal to how much? Second application is a conducting bubble of radius a and thickness t was given here. Consider a bubble, this is nothing but a bubble, it has radius a, and thickness of the bubble is nothing but t was given, this is a t, thickness t, and has a positive potential V. Now, the bubble collapses into a droplet of radius r. The electric potential on the droplet is equal to how much? What was given? It has to be collapse, and it would be form a droplet. This is a droplet of radius r. So, find what is the potential of this droplet. At the initial condition, this conducting bubble has some potential. How much charge is contained? Suppose it has an initial condition, it has a charge q. So, the potential of the conducting bubble at its center at the initial condition is given by V I is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q upon a. A is nothing but a radius. So, where q is equal to the charge on the bubble at the initial condition is given by q is equal to V I nothing but a V deck, q is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught a into V. This is a charge on the conducting bubble. When it is collapsed and converted into, when it is collapsed is converted into a droplet, so the charge is conserved, charge is does not change, charge on this droplet is nothing but a q only. So, here the final potential on the droplet is given by V dash is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q upon r. So, q value also already knows, we did calculate this value put in the above equation. Then V dash is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, the q is nothing but 4 pi epsilon naught a V upon r. Now, we have to calculate the radius of this droplet. The radius of the droplet now we will have to calculate. So, we have to calculate the radius of the droplet. The volume of this conducting bubble, which is equal to volume of the this drop, that is nothing but volume is nothing but the volume of the bubble is given by 4 pi a square into t, surface area into thickness into t, t nothing but thickness, that is equal to volume of this spherical droplet 4 by 3 pi into r cube, 4 by 3 into r cube, 4 by 3 r cube. Therefore, on both sides 4 pi gets cancelled, r cube is equal to 3a square into t, 3a square into 3, r is equal to 3a square into t whole power of 1 by 3. This is nothing but a radius of this drop. That value substitute here, then we will getting the final potential of the droplets, that is equal to V dash is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here 4 pi epsilon naught will be gets cancelled. The remaining term is AV upon R. R value also already you know, 3a square into t whole power of 1 by 3, 3a square into 3 whole power of 1 by 3, right. So, from this V dash is equal to a power 1 into a power of 1 is there. A power of 1, this a square is bring up, then it will becomes 1 by 3 upon 3t whole power of 1 by 3, that is equal to a by 3t into whole power of 1 by 3. This is the final potential of the droplet. It is a very important model, is the previous advanced question. Next application is a circular ring of radius r with a uniform positive charge density lambda per unit length is located in the yz plane with its center at the origin. A particle of mass m and positive charge q is projected from the point minus root 3 r comma 0 comma 0 on the negative x-axis direction. The value of the speed such that the particle does not returns to p. Here what was given? A circular ring of radius r was given. This is nothing but a circular ring. A circular ring of radius r with a uniform positive charge density lambda. Suppose I have given some amount of the charge over this like this. So the charge has to be spread over the within the fraction of seconds like this, and it has a radius r, and it has a charge density lambda, where lambda is equal to, what is the value of lambda? Lambda is equal to q upon the total circumference, total length is nothing but 2 pi r, that is charge on the ring is given by q is equal to lambda into 2 pi r, lambda into 2 pi r. Next, a positive charge q is projected from a point minus root 3 r comma 0 comma 0 on the negative x-axis direction. So this is a positive x-axis direction, and this is nothing but a negative x-axis direction. From the negative x-axis direction at a distance of minus root 3 r comma 0 comma 0, a particle of it has a charge q which is projected with a velocity v, initial velocity v. Find the smallest value of the speed such that the particle does not returns to the p. That means when it is projected like this, then what happens? When it is projected like this, what happens? With a velocity v, it is moving towards the center direction like this, right? In this also we have to use the law of conservation of energy. According to law of conservation of energy, initial energy of the system would be equal to final energy of the system. So what is the initial energy? The initial energy of the system at point of A is ui plus ki is equal to final energy of the particle when it is approaches at a point of O is equal to uf plus kf, right? ui means which is at a distance here from the circumference of this ring. This length also given root 3 r, this length is r, root over 3 r square plus r square, that is equal to root 4 r square, that is equal to 2 r. 2 r is nothing but the length of the particle. Therefore, initial kinetic energy is initial potential energy of the system of these two particles is given by k into q upon the distance root 2 r plus of mv square, which is greater than or equal to, because of at the center the intensity of electric field would be is equal to 0. The particle never returns back, it is maximum possibilities across the center of this ring, that is equal to across the center of the ring, that is equal to at this point it has only potential energy. At the center the potential energy is given by k q into q upon its radius before crossing this. Therefore, of mv square is equal to, what is of mv square? Of mv square is greater than or equal to k q into q. You should take common from these two terms. Therefore, remaining term is 1 by r minus 1 by 2r. So, from this of mv square greater than or equal to k value is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q, this capital Q value is lambda into 2 pi r is a capital Q value upon this a q into 2r also I have taken common by r into 1 minus 1 by 2 is nothing but 1 by 2. So, here 1 by 2 on both sides should be gets cancelled and 2 pi 2s also gets cancelled, 1 r also gets cancelled. The remaining term is of mv square which is equal to or greater than or equal to here remaining term is q lambda by 2 epsilon naught, q lambda upon 2 epsilon naught. Therefore, v square is greater than or equal to q lambda upon 2q lambda upon 2 m epsilon naught. So, 2 gets cancelled here. So, 2 gets cancelled, only m epsilon naught is there. V square is greater than or equal to v square is or v is equal to q lambda upon m epsilon naught. So, this is a final answer. So, the minimum velocity required that particle to across the center is given by v minimum is equal to root over q lambda upon m epsilon naught. So, with this velocity the particle which is across from the center of this ring. Next application is two thin rings each having the radius r are placed at a distance apart, their axes coinciding. The charges on the two rings are plus q and minus q. The potential difference between the centers of the two rings is equal to how much? So, what was given? Two rings wires each having the radius r are placed at a distance d apart with their axes coincides. The charges on the two rings are plus q and minus q. The potential difference between the centers of those two rings is equal to how much? Suppose consider two rings. This is one of the ring and this is nothing but another one of the ring. These are nothing but two rings. One ring has a positive charge, one ring has a positive charge and second ring has a negative charge like this. Second ring has a negative charge which has a positive charge and second ring has a negative charge. These two rings of those centers, this center and these centers are separated at a distance of d. Let me this center is O1, second one center is a O2, right. Let me each ring has a radius r like this. It is also has a radius r, it is also has a radius s. So, this distance is d, the distance is nothing but r. This distance would be root over r square plus d square. Similarly, this distance also would be root over r square plus d square. Now, we wish calculate the electrical potential at a point O due to this ring and this ring. What is the electrical potential at a point O? Let me the electrical potential at a point O due to the first ring is nothing but O1 and second ring nothing but V2, where V1 is equal to the electrical potential at a point O1 due to system of these two rings is given by V1 is equal to K Q upon R due to this ring. The electrical potential at a point O1 due to this ring also is given by minus, since it has a negative charge, that is equal to minus Q minus K Q upon this distance root over r square plus d square. Similarly, the electrical potential at a point of O2 due to this ring is given by V2 is equal to minus KQ upon R, because since it has a negative charge. Next, the electrical potential at point of O2 due to this ring is given by what is that, plus KQ upon root over R square plus D square. The distance is nothing but R square plus D square. Now we have to calculate the potential difference between those two rings is given by delta V. Delta V is equal to V1 minus V2. That is V1 value also already we have calculated. This is, that is KQ upon R minus KQ upon root over R square plus D square minus the potential V2 is minus KQ upon R plus KQ upon root over R square plus D square. Therefore, delta V is equal to KQ upon R minus of minus, this I am writing plus KQ upon R minus of minus, this also I am writing minus of plus in nothing but minus KQ upon R that is equal to 2 KQ upon R minus KQ upon root over R square plus D square minus KQ 2 KQ upon root over R square plus D square. Therefore, delta V is equal to, from this two term, 2 KQ upon 2 KQ is a common, you can take 2 KQ into, here 1 by R is there, minus 2 KQ upon R root over remaining term is a R square plus D square. So this is a potential difference between these two centers of a identical rings of carrying the opposite charges. Next one is the electric potential at the center of a hemisphere of radius R having a uniform charge density sigma is. It is also very important problem. The electrical potential hemisphere was given. So hemisphere, it has a radius R was given. We have to calculate the electrical potential at its center. At the center of the hemisphere, we have to calculate now. Consider a hemisphere. This is nothing but a hemisphere. This is a hemisphere. Hemisphere has a radius R, and a uniform charge density nothing but a Q. I am drawing one bisector line for calculation of the electrical potential due to this. Consider a small elemental vector over this. This is elemental vector which has an angular displacement d theta, making an angle theta with a bisecting line. So which has a charge dq. On this over has a charge dq and its length is nothing but dl. This radius of the circle is nothing but r, where a d theta is called arc by radius. D theta is equal to dl upon r. dl is equal to r into d theta. This is the length of this element. So on the circumference, consider a small element. This is a small element which has a radius r. So from this triangle, it is very clear that sin theta is equal to small r upon capital R. Small r is equal to r into sin theta. So this area is given by dA is equal to total circumference 2 pi r. 2 pi r into 2 pi r sin theta. 2 pi r means what? A small r is nothing but r sin theta. 2 pi r sin theta. 2 pi r sin theta into this length. Length is nothing but r d theta. This is nothing but area. Therefore, the charge on the elemental string is given by sigma is equal to dq upon dA. It has a surface charge density. that is dq is equal to sigma into dA, dq is equal to sigma into this total value 2 pi r square, 2 pi r square, 2 pi r into r, 2 pi r square sin theta into d theta. So, the charge on this elemental ring is given by sigma into 2 pi r square sin theta into d theta. Now, we have due to this dq charge, the electrical potential at its center is given by V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into dq upon r. dq upon r. Due to q charge, electrical potential is V. This is dq charge. dV is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into dq upon r. Therefore, dq value also already know. This value put in the above equation. dV is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into dq means sigma into 2 pi r square, sigma into 2 pi r square sin theta into d theta. This is only for dq upon r. So, in the numerator and denominator, 2 pi 1 are 2 pi 2 gets cancelled, 1 r also gets cancelled. dV is equal to, so 2 pi also gets cancelled. dV is equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught is there, sigma upon 2 epsilon naught into sin theta into d theta. Here r is there, r is there, r gets cancelled. Sigma r by 2 pi epsilon naught sin theta into d theta. I have to calculate the total potential at the center due to this whole sphere is given by, I am integrating by applying the proper limit. Integration of dV is equal to integration of 0 to pi by 2, its limit 0 to pi by 2 into sigma r upon 2 epsilon naught into sin theta into d theta. So, sigma r by 2 epsilon naught is a common here is there. V is equal to sigma r upon 2 epsilon naught. Integration of sin theta is nothing but cos theta between the limits of 0 to pi by 2. So, this value is 1. Therefore, V is equal to sigma r upon 2 epsilon naught into 1, that is V is equal to sigma r upon 2 epsilon naught. This is a total potential at the center due to the hemisphere. So, it is a very important model for mains and advanced. An electric charge is was given. An electric charge minus 10 to the power minus 3 microcoulomb placed at the origin xy plane. Coordinates of the system points at A and B are root 2 comma root 2 and 2 comma 0. Respectively, the potential difference between the A and B points will be equal to how much? So, this is a coordinate system. This is a coordinate system. Coordinate system was given. This is a coordinate system. Coordinate system. 10 to the power of minus 3 microcoulombs placed at the origin. 10 to the power of minus 3 microcoulombs, let be this in Q is placed at the origin. One point A is placed at a distance of root 2 comma root 2, which is at a distance of root 2 meters from the x axis and root 2 meters from the y axis, this point. Another point B is placed at a distance of 2 comma 0 from this, that means this point would be at a distance of 2 comma 0. Here we have to calculate the electrical potential at a point P by reference of these 2 points. That means the net potential, the net distance of the point F from the origin is given by root over root 2 square plus root 2 square means 2 meters. This is nothing but 2 meters. So, at point of A, electrical potential is given by V of A is equal to K into Q upon 2, where Q is nothing but 10 to the power minus 3 coulombs. Similarly, at a point of B, V of B is equal to K into Q upon 2, the distance is nothing but 2. Therefore, the potential difference is given by delta V is equal to V of A minus V of B. These both have the equal magnitude and same shape. Therefore, the net potential difference would be is equal to 0. So, it is also an important problem. Physics you should have to practice. If you should practice, you will get perfect test in the physics, otherwise it is not possible. So, this is a very important and a crucial term. Each and everyone you should practice very deeply, then you will getting very good marks. Thank you for all of you.